Okay, we're live on the air. So, came home today and there was a package waiting for me. And it's addressed from Arturia. And says on the description here, MiniLab MKII. And I have not, I haven't really laid eyes on it. I saw a couple of press photos of it, but I haven't had a chance to actually dig into it. I noticed that in the press photos, it had some capacitance strips on it and whatnot, so it'll be interesting to check it out. I need to open the box, and in order to do that, I need something sharp. So I'm gonna grab some of my. This is like cardinal sin, but whatever. It's some of my soldering snips, because there's a lot of tape on this thing. So, oh. By the way, join the live chat. Let me make sure that I have the chat set up here, which I should. So, by the way, join the live chat. Let's mute that. This way I can pop out the live chat, see what people are saying. And the live chat's on YouTube. You just go over there. If you don't know how to use the live chat, you should probably join the 21st century. There we go. So there we go. So and I have stuff in my pockets that need to come out. I'm very disorganized. I literally I literally just came home. I still have a terrible cough. So if I'm hacking up a lung in front of you guys, sorry about that. Most recent demo videos that I've done, I just did the hex inverter mutant snare drum, which was the DIY kit, and I built the module, and I showed the build towards the end of the video as well. But that and audio damage compressor, I did a video on that as well, and I tried to edit out my coughing as much as possible. So if you catch me coughing in it at all, you know, deal with it. So anyway, yeah, today is unboxing day. What up, Steve Baker? Steve Baker in the chat room. I want everybody to be very aware of that guy, because he is the guy who made this amazing modular case behind me, Ethereal Sun. And this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to be doing a video really detailing this case, because it's 100% unique. Nobody has a modular case like that. Custom neon green rails, solid bamboo. My logo's etched into it. Has a like a shelf up on top. I mean, it's really awesome. So go check out etherealsun.com so you can check out his custom case designs, and you can email him and talk to him about that stuff as well. Now, I'm not sure which end is technically up. I don't really care. So I'm just gonna kind of hack at this thing. We'll see what happens. Now, I can't say that I do a ton of like unboxing videos and first impressions, but I did one recently on the Akai Tomcat, and that seemed to go over pretty well. Lots of people commenting in the chat room and whatnot. So I figure I'll do it the same kind of way. You know, if people have questions and they want to say anything, please feel free. I'm throwing stuff on the floor and making my studio an even bigger mess than it already is. So again, join the live chat. So here's the box here. Let me hold this stuff up so you guys can get a better view, because my webcam is apparently garbage. There we go. I'm pretty sure my white balance is horrible. So this is the box. And I'm trying to get angles so that you can see this stuff. All right. Now let's open this thing up and we'll see what this is all about. So first off, it says renowned software suite included in this pack: Analog Lab Lite, Ableton Live Lite, and UVI's Grand Piano. So that's interesting that UVI is tied in here. I'm not sure what the tie-in with UVI is, what kind of deal they have together now. But that's actually pretty cool. It's interesting to me that they have UVI's Grand Piano on there, because Arturia, their most recent suite, has their own modeled pianos in them. They're not sample based, they're synthesis based, but they're modeled pianos, and they're actually pretty cool. I know that piano players can get really picky about what style pianos they get in software and whatnot. So that's always going to be a matter of taste, but I like them a good bit. I actually use those more than I use the Native Instruments pianos now, which is interesting because, you know, it's a different approach. It's not sample based. So let's open this thing up. So here's our little serial number and whatnot. I'll keep that hidden for now. You don't need to see my serial number just yet, right? So USB cable. And let's set this stuff down. So here's the MiniLab. Oh, look at all this desiccant. We can chew on that later. So first impressions. Let me kind of rub my hands all over it so I can see what I'm thinking. Basically, what I'm doing right now, to be honest with you, is I'm rubbing my fingers around the edges to feel the corners of the plastic and the seams. Because I really hate when plastic keyboards, when you can catch a corner and you can make it flex and kind of bend out and whatnot, it really drives me nuts. That's actually one of the main reasons why I steered away from getting the Korg ARP Odyssey, is because I really didn't like how the plastic around the edges felt. I'm not catching my fingers on anything. It feels actually really solid. Like the fit and finish feels really tight. It almost feels like it's definitely like more than one piece here, but like it almost feels like it's all one piece because it's so tight. Now, let me see if I can show you guys this stuff. It says surprise too about the UVI. It's interesting because I really like the UVI stuff. So it's not a knock. It's definitely more of a plus that they have it. I don't know if the suite of the Arturia stuff has any of the pianos in it, but I just find it really interesting because I really like UVI stuff. I personally think their Falcon is fantastic. I mean, that thing is amazing. And Mach 5, like I've been a fan of that stuff for a long time. Yeah, so like what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to show you guys the underside here. The edges are like nothing's out of place. Like it doesn't feel like it's so like, you know, when you look at a new car and you want to see the fit and finish of the car, you can kind of follow the body panels to see how well they meet up together. It's kind of the same idea. And this thing, it's really, really nice as far as that's concerned. Let's feel the knobs. So I'm kind of just, let's see how even the knobs are across here as far as how they, the viscosity of they feel pretty even all the way across, to be honest with you. I felt like maybe two that were like slightly less friction on them. And even then it was like not a lot of difference. Like knob 3 has a slight less friction there. Yeah. And knob 14 feels like a little bit less friction on it. Feels good. I'll be interesting to see how I like the drum pads on these things. Typically speaking, I hate drum pads on controllers, on keyboard controllers, because they never tend to be sensitive enough for my taste. That's why I have things like Machine and other controllers. But for I have the larger model here. Pull this out. So this is the KeyLab Black, and I tend to just use it for triggering certain events, or sometimes I'll map chords to it, but really I use it for triggering off events because I don't particularly enjoy the velocity sensitivity. I do I do like to use it just to switch between programs and whatnot. Yeah, price I believe is $99. I'm gonna kind of throw up all this information up on the website once I get this stuff. So let's see what kind of comments we have in the live chat here. And okay, so we have a beta tester in there, Synth Anatomy, and he's just saying that they worked hard on it, and he said he was feeling good about it for the price range. And yeah, I've done testing for a lot of companies, so I know what kind of work goes into these products, and I know what it's like when a product doesn't come together and when a product does come together. So I'm very familiar with that, that joy, that high and that low. This is feeling pretty darn good. The key throw on this is actually pretty darn nice. Now, I don't have a key step. I would like to get one, but I don't have one, so I don't know if it's the same key bed as the key step. So I'll be interested to hear if it's the same. But there's a nice key throw in here. It feels nice. I gotta grab the info here. I don't know if this has aftertouch or not. Let's see if it says it on the back here. The white design, I can give or take. I like it more than the black design of the Akai products. The Akai, and it's not to knock the Akai keyboards. It's just aesthetically, I kind of like I like the smooth white design a little bit more, or at least the layout a little bit more. But certain things I don't like is like red on black. Has never been like a color choice for me, even though I love Sonic Expansion, but I'm just not a red on black kind of guy. Like I like black on blue, like, or blue on black, that kind of stuff, which is what this has. I do like that. So, it's very, it's almost like a Eurorack grayscale panel. Like it's very minimal as far as what's on the front panel. Let me hold that up. So yeah, very minimal. But I'm definitely digging the how the keys actually feel, because I have I have a couple other mini controllers around here. I have a couple mini controllers, and I don't like how the keys feel at all. Now these are mini keys, so you're gonna get the regular people with sausage fingers who gripe about that. But luckily, I am a super skinny nerd, so mini keys don't really bother me a ton, aside from the distance when when you get used to playing chords on one thing and then you move to something with mini keys. Sometimes it can feel a little odd, but I'm not that great of a player anyway, so who cares? So we've got a shift button on here, pad bank buttons for 1 through 8, 9 through 16, octave up and down, pitch bend, and then a mod wheel. And these two are supposedly capacitive, so they should be really responsive and not wear out like resistive pads. Resistive pads I've never been a fan of. We have a sustain port on the back, Kensington lock port, and then you got the USB, and it also says iOS, which is cool. Kind of makes me want to grab my iPad and hook up to it like right away and see how that works out. Because if I can run this off of my iPad, I'll be hype. Let's see what we got. USB 2 port, full size, Type A, bus powered, class compliant. So yeah, it should power right off of the iPad. Says iOS. Yeah. Velocity sensitive slim keys. I'm not seeing anything about aftertouch though. I don't think so. Keys are the same as key step. Okay. Comparison to microbrute. Let me grab one. Hold on. And I got this little like I guess it's faux wood. Yeah, so it's got this like faux wood on the side, which is actually, it looks nice, and because it's all like smooth seam, like it doesn't give you the irritation that fake wood does. it's just a cool plastic design on there. I don't know, it looks cool. Doesn't bother me one way or the other. Now here's the Microbrute SE. This is the white Microbrute. So it's just a little bit longer. And man, let me see if I can turn the contrast down on my camera here a little bit. Because it's really like kind of blowing the picture out here, right? I'm sure it's annoying you guys as much as it is me. Let's see how this looks. So, and let's hold the keys up so you guys can see those. We try and kind of. So the keys are a bit bigger. They definitely feel a whole heck of a lot nicer. Oh, there's Glenn from Arturia on here. So what's up with Glenn? And I'll maybe so the thing that I'm actually interested in this the most. So there is the software suite, which is cool. And is definitely going to be handy because my setup is as ridiculous as it is. A lot of my setup is based around the idea of being able to be mobile at any time. I prefer to use a laptop as my main computer. I use a MacBook Pro, and you know, so for that, these types of keyboards are really important to me because I like to, some days you just get cooped up and you want to go outside. I love producing outside in my backyard. So I'll just take like my laptop and maybe like a couple of synths. Like I'll take like an Ultranova or even like I have a small case for my modular. I'll even take just a little bit of that and a portable interface and just go producing outside. So for that, this kind of thing is awesome. And even more so now that I have a really nice, I've got the iPad Air 2. This is going to come in handy for that a lot. So I have a feeling when I do a review video, I'm going to be showing a lot of the iOS type stuff, which Glenn, you better hope that this thing works really well with iOS because I'm going to put it through its paces on that. That should be really cool. I'm actually excited about that. Just seeing that on there, the fact that it's developed for that's awesome. So hotkeys on here. Keyboard, you can select your MIDI channel right from the keys just by holding down shift and then press through. And then you got your analog lab hotkeys on here. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know. But so far, fit and finish, I'm actually surprised at it. It feels solid. Like it doesn't feel like it's like a bunch of flimsy pieces of plastic that are loosely held together. It feels like the whole thing. Like if I could show this, like it doesn't have any flex or anything in it, like it feels like it just feels sturdy. I don't know if that bottom plate is this bottom plate plastic or metal. It feels really sturdy though. And Synth Anatomy says he tested a lot on his iPad Air 2 as well and said that it was working well. So that's definitely a good sign. Yeah, definitely cool looking though. Not too big, not too small, but I mean, you can see lots of nice play there. I should have brought my iPad down here when I was doing this. I didn't realize that it was iOS compatible. I would have had it down here and doing that right away. But cool. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever else. Get at me on Instagram at Flux302. And I should have a review up on this pretty quick because, like I said, one of the main things I want to do is I really want to use this in a mobile setting because, if you want a keyboard for your studio, you can get a Keylab 49. And, it's to me, this is like the perfect size for, a producer. Just, you got easy octave keys and whatnot on it. You got everything you need right there on it. But for mobile, something like this is pretty kick-ass. So many full-size keys. Yeah, I hear you. So yeah, and Glenn says that the bottom is indeed metal. Yeah, I figured it was because it's the same color as the metal bottom of the Mini Brute. So I kind of figured that that was the case, but definitely definitely feels sturdy. So yeah, man, good work on the fit and finish. I'm super anxious to see how well this thing works out. Matter of fact, I'm curious. It says it's class compliant. Let me grab a USB cable, pull one out of here. Let's see what happens if I just plug this sucker in. I got you guys on blast right now. Look at this. Pretty color light up. So let's load a plugin real quick and just see if it works straight out of the box, you know. Now, of course, this could be peril peril that's about to happen here with let me see what plugin I'm gonna load. Oh, hitting my keyboard here. Let's see. I'm gonna load up Jupiter 8 V3 and just see if it plays right away. I was fortunate enough to get to do some sound design on Jupiter 8 V3, and it's a really cool plugin. I kind of got to know it really well by doing that. Now, let me just see here. MIDI devices. There it is. MiniLab 2 just shows right up, and it works. Let me see if I'll turn this up because you guys probably can't hear it. Actually, you know what I can do is this. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I was speaking there, but I forgot I had my mic set up differently. Let me change that. Okay, you should be able to hear me now like that, right? So sorry about that. Um, yeah, so everything just seems to work like right out the box. So I just plugged it in and it just worked. No problem at all. Um, you know, the capacitive touch wheels and everything seem to very responsive and quick. And yeah, so yeah, overall, I mean, this thing looks super fast to use. Feels really nice, you know, for how small and compact it is. So, you know, this one is a little bit more of a positive unboxing than the last unboxing that I did. But yeah, I'm gonna be really interested using this thing with my iOS. Let me you know, just for giggles, I'm gonna load up a non Arturia plugin because so I loaded up Arturia Jupe 8V3. Um, let's get rid of that. Let's load up something that's not um, Arturia, just to see how it works with other things right out of the box. Let's try. Load up Absinthe. Everybody forgets about how cool Absinthe is. Apparently, my computer forgets about how long it takes to load Absinthe. Okay, there it is. And let's see what we have here. Okay. And if I can get my computer to actually work for me, that would be beautiful. Go into audio MIDI settings here. It's moving crazy slow. I also have like some video software that I've been editing some videos, so I got a lot of stuff running in the background right now. So you had to bear with me on that one. But let me just set this MIDI up real quick. Come on. I'm getting like the spinning wheel for like every button click that I hit here. Yeah, shows right up. Good Lord, my computer's going slow. This is insane. It's never this slow. There we go. Yeah, it's working right out the gate here. Let's switch over to my actual audio interface instead of my built-in. Drop my latency down a good bit here. There we go. Let's switch to something that I can actually enjoy. Pitch wheel is quick, man. No issues there. Let's turn this up a bit here. We'll do. what the mappings do in Absinthe by default, just out of curiosity. I think this template I would have to actually set up for. Yeah, so overall, I'd say so far it's looking like a winner. I will let you guys know when I hook this thing up to the iOS and how I like it. I'm expecting very good things. I'll probably be using it with Audulus 3.0. I've been, diving pretty deep into that lately. Audulus and with some of the other ones. I still absolutely love iProfit. I know that's, I'm being Arturia heavy-handed right now, but iProfit's awesome. So I'm going to mess with that and Nave. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, or not Twitter. Don't hit me up on Twitter. Nobody uses Twitter. Instagram at Flux302. So anyway, peace. Checking out the Arturia MiniLab MKII with all of its capacitive touch goodness. Peace.